as we said, setup wise we can't see grip pressure, but I think when I just held your club coming down, it was that sort of shaking with the muscles. You're gripping it too tight. Okay? It needs to be secure, as we said, in the fingers, which you've got it. The thumbs are just going to sit nicely loose on top. When they're loose on top, there's no tension in your forearms in that position there. Okay, if you're tight, then you're going to start shaking and vibrating. It's very hard to control things when they're that tight, you see. Take away the back swing, we say for the most part, left hip's working, also right hip, left speed. Look, this hip now is working really well, clearing out the way. There's no roll with that right foot. So top of your back swing position now, got to say, very, very good. Lovely shoulder turn, lovely position there at top. You rotate, there's no sway, all very, very good. As you come back down though, when you're bringing the golf club back down, from about here, the club now almost overtakes. I put a line through your left arm there. That's sort of where your bend is. The club's almost gone past it. Now it's gone past, and when you get the golf ball now, your left arm's in there, and the club now is scooping at the golf ball.
There's daylight between.
Exactly. What we've got to try and feel is the club starts coming down now. Here the arms are just dropping and falling, and then the speed's going to be put on as they come down the ball. We want the speed to be around here, not
up there.
Up there, so exactly, exactly.
That's why I'm hitting earlier.
Exactly, yeah. So as you start bringing your arms down here now, when your arm gets to that same position here, the club now is kind of still behind your arm, you see. As you come into impact now, it's kind of levelling off there, but not too bad. And then at impact now, if we compare those as we showed you before, there's your contact there, so just about frame after there. Okay, that's a lot straighter through your left shoulder and your hands, where if we go through the club and the hand don't even sort of come into impact. If the hands are so far back behind there, it's just a flick with the hands. Now that would potentially cause the ball to go way left, because obviously the club's overtaken you, hit the ball behind you, which sends the ball way left. Then there's that sort of anti-left mechanism that we talked about, your hand sort of rotating sort of clockwise, I guess, to try and keep the club face open. They just add the ball really high. You can see the club face now almost facing the target there. The fact it's gone that lighter colour and then changes, that's the face twisting towards the target, you see, towards the camera.
Right.
So that there's now square, that there now is the face wide open, to try and sort of flip it up in the air, you see. Whereas I think this one, if you look at the club face,
you don't see it.
There's no face. Exactly, there you go. Because the club face is that the camera is that way, not that way. So you can see it's a much more solid contact. Everything now is releasing to the target. Good finish position as you go right the way through. So we don't want to keep the arms pulling through. The arms are dropping from the top and just staying in that lead position. We're trying to, as you said, less left wrist movement, okay? Trying to take things out of play rather than sort of add into it. Hip movement for you, that movement there is brilliant. You're in a really, really good hip movement. You're turning inside there. That hip's rotating lovely, and it's now driving nicely to target. It's just letting these arms drop from here to come into impact, and from there now, once that club's going to impact position, now we can start putting the speed on. Because we can put the speed on anywhere we like, really. I mean, you can put the spin up there if you wanted to. No benefit to the golf ball, but the club would then
more chance of it going wrong at the top.
Because when you put speed on, it's that unhinging of the wrist. If you unhinge your wrist, doing, hang on a second, the club now's gone past my arm. Now I'm scooping. If I let the angle just drop here, I want some speed now, I'll unhinge my wrist. There's that power. So the unhinging of those wrists to impact create the power and reduce that ball flight, rather than coming in with an early release of power and then the big scoop.
And that's the same with the driver as
Every club in the bag, exactly. So if you start getting those low, thinny ones, you're just pulling the arms through. Okay. If you get the high ones, you've scooped it, or a combination of one or two. Okay. But let those arms drop from the top. The club's going to fall back there as you're looking for, and you can just practice that in the mirror there, looking to try and get your right leg and the club shaft more in line, as opposed to, if we go back to here where the club's there, kind of more in line with your front leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense?
That does, yeah.
Good man, well done.